opposition politics has become a big talking point. You would have seen this, on the ENCA election bus, but also as part of the ENCA town hall debates. I'm sure you've been following them. We have a number of political parties on a stage, all trying to vie for your vote. But if you've been watching carefully, the political parties also have a good go at each other. Now, we were getting some reaction on opposition political parties and the role that they play within democracy. It's so very, very important. In fact, so important, William Gumede from the Wits School of Governance says one of the key roles for opposition political parties is determining and keeping an eye on the accountability of governing parties and, of course, governments.
The most important thing in a democracy is that governing parties will only become responsive and accountable, and services will only be delivered if parties fear they're going to be voted out. Now, if they don't fear being voted out, there will be no incentive for them to be accountable and to be clean and honest and responsive. So people often think, voters and citizens often think that, well, actually, I support a party because the party has the policies I agree with. That is not going to hold a party accountable. The only thing that can hold a party accountable in a democracy is if the party fears being voted out. Now, the way one measure the quality of a democracy or whether a democracy is mature is one way is when governing parties are voted out and they accept being voted out. Often we criticize governing parties, not only in South Africa, but in other developing countries and in African countries. But the quality of opposition parties are also important. Opposition parties must also rise to the occasion. They must, provide credible alternatives, and they must show that they can govern effectively. They have to persuade. They have to think of voters as a market. You need to convince the voters. You need to be credible.